Welcome back to Udofia Animations. I want to take a moment to sincerely thank all our beloved viewers and members who continue to support this channel. Your encouragement, comments, and prayers mean so much. I also want to apologize for the delay in bringing you this new video. It was due to unforeseen circumstances beyond my control, but by God's grace, we are here again with another powerful story that will inspire and bless your heart. Please relax, watch, and share this with others, because today's story carries a lesson that speaks directly to the choices we make in life. Good afternoon, David. Today's message was really powerful. I loved how the pastor spoke about patience and trusting God's timing.
Afternoon, Anna. Yes, it was a strong message. I think it applies to a lot of us. We're often in a hurry to get results.
That is true. Sometimes God allows delays so that we learn faith and grow in character. I have been praying to understand that lesson more deeply.
You always seem to take the sermons personally. That's a good thing, I suppose.
I do, David. The Word of God should shape us daily. Even when it's challenging, I try to apply it.
That's admirable. Honestly, many people just listen and forget, including me sometimes.
None of us are perfect. But if we keep reminding each other, we will grow together. You know, David, you have a strong presence in the youth fellowship. People look up to you. I believe God has given you influence for a reason.
Really? I never thought of it like that. I just try to do my part.
That's the beauty of it. Sometimes we don't realize how much our lives impact others. I pray you keep shining in that role.
Thank you, Anna. That's very encouraging.
You're welcome. Well, I should get going. My mother will be waiting for me at home.
All right, safe journey. See you during midweek service.
I'll be there. Have a good afternoon, David. Mary. Anna, I noticed you walking out of church today with David. You looked thoughtful, almost as if your mind was elsewhere. I have known you long enough to tell when something weighs on your heart, and today I could clearly see that. Tell me, is everything all right, or are you keeping something bottled up inside? Sit down, my sister. Mary, you truly see through me. Yes, I was walking with David, and honestly, my heart has been carrying feelings that I have not shared with many people. David is a man I respect greatly. His commitment in the church, the way he leads the youth fellowship, and his desire to serve God. All of it draws my admiration. Sometimes, I find myself wishing he could see beyond my quietness and simplicity, to notice that I care deeply for him. That is understandable, Anna. You are not the only one who sees the good in David. He is admirable, but let me remind you that what matters is not only what we see, but also what God sees and wills for us. Have you poured these feelings before God in prayer, and asked Him to guide your steps so you do not walk into disappointment? That is why I came here after service, Mary. I want to lay it all down before God. I do not want to be led by emotions or by what people may say. I want to be led by God's will. It hurts a little, because sometimes I think David might never notice me, but I tell myself that if it is not God's plan, then my desire must bow to His wisdom. I want a marriage that is built on faith and character, not just outward things. That is the right heart to have, Anna. Too many people chase after what shines on the surface, only to discover later that there was no true foundation. You must continue to pray for peace in your heart, so that if God says yes, you will walk with joy, and if God says no, you will also be at peace, knowing He has kept you from sorrow. Exactly, Mary. I want to be preserved from sorrow. My greatest prayer is not even just for David. My greatest prayer is for the man God has prepared for me, whoever he may be. I want him to be someone who will love God first, someone who will love me as I am, and someone who will value faith more than appearances. If it is David, then glory to God. But if it is not him, then may God keep me strong to accept his answer. Lord, you know the thoughts of my heart more than I can ever explain. You see my feelings toward David, and you also see my fears. Father, if it is your will, let it be, but if it is not your will, then remove this desire from me and place in my path the man you have chosen. Give me peace, Lord, to accept what you say, because your choice is always better than mine.
David, my friend, we could not help but notice how Anna was by your side again after the service. It is becoming a regular sight. Tell us the truth. Are you considering her seriously, or are you just being polite because she is a member of the youth fellowship? Anna is a wonderful lady. She is always kind, respectful, and very devoted to God. Honestly, I admire her heart for the things of the Spirit. But to answer your question, I have not really made any decision yet. I am simply watching and praying, trying to be careful not to rush.
Careful, David, do not let that seriousness of yours blind you to reality. Anna may be devoted, but she is too simple, too plain, and not exactly the kind of lady who turns heads. Think about it. You are a young man who leads in the youth fellowship. People admire you. Would it not be strange if the woman standing by your side is one who hardly draws any attention?
Stephen, you know me. I do not really place value on outward show. What I want is a woman who will stand with me in faith, who will pray when challenges come, who will build a home that honors God. Anna may not be glamorous, but she has qualities that matter deeply.
I hear you, David, but listen to me as a friend. Marriage is not only about prayers and faith. When you walk into a room with your wife, people will see her before they ever know her character. Do you not think it matters that your wife should have a presence, a beauty that reflects well on you? Imagine attending conferences, gatherings, and important events. Do you truly see Anna beside you in such places?
I never looked at it that way. My focus has been on her heart, but you are saying I should also consider how people see us together.
Exactly. And let us be honest, in this same church there are ladies who are both beautiful and godly, or at least they appear godly. Why settle for one who has only inner beauty, when you can find someone with both?
Think about Clara, the new lady in the choir. Her voice, her charm, and her grace are drawing everyone's attention already. And on top of that, she speaks like someone who knows the word. Would it not be wiser to pursue a lady like that instead? Clara is indeed attractive, and she carries herself with elegance. I noticed her during the rehearsal today. Perhaps you both are right. Maybe I have been looking at things too narrowly.
That is all we are saying, David. Do not make a decision that you will later regret. Choose a woman who fits the image of the man you are becoming. Beauty and presence matter just as much as devotion.
Everyone, let us welcome Clara, who has just joined our church and wishes to serve in the church. She has expressed a deep desire to use her voice to glorify God, and we are happy to receive her into our family. Clara, would you like to say a few words to the group?
Thank you very much. I feel blessed to be here. I have always believed that when God gives a gift, it is our duty to return it in worship. For me, singing is not just music. It is prayer, it is service, and it is a way to reach souls that words alone cannot reach. I joined this choir not just to sing, but to contribute to the work of God in a meaningful way. I look forward to growing together with all of you.
That is quite the way to introduce oneself. She speaks with so much confidence and elegance.
Yes, her words are thoughtful. I pray her actions will match her speech, because what matters most is a life that honors God daily.
True. Very true.
I may not be perfect, but I promise to give my best. Singing for God has always been my passion, and I am excited to be part of a family where faith and music unite.
Wonderful. Let us now rehearse one of our songs for the upcoming service. Clara, you may join in and sing along. Listen to that voice. It is not only beautiful, but it carries something that makes you want to pay attention.
Yes, it is a lovely voice. But David, do remember that a sweet voice does not always mean a sweet spirit. What endures in life is not how someone sounds on stage, but how they live when no one is watching.
I understand your point, Anna. But you must admit, there is something unique about her. She seems to combine beauty, confidence, and spirituality in one person. It is not common to find all these qualities together.
Perhaps so, but let us always be careful not to judge too quickly by appearances or first impressions. Time reveals character, and only God sees the heart. David, I have seen you a few times around the church, always supporting and encouraging us even though you are not an official member. It is rare to see a young man so devoted to the things of God. Honestly, it caught my attention today.
Thank you, Clara. I do not sing well enough to be part of the choir, but I believe every ministry in the church deserves encouragement. You all carry a lot of responsibility, and I just try to show my support whenever I can.
That speaks a lot about who you are. Many men would not bother, especially when no one is watching. But you take time to stay, to encourage, and even to help. It shows that you are not serving men, but you are truly serving God.
I have always believed that whatever we do in the house of God should be done with sincerity. If I can give my time, my strength, or even just my presence to lift others, then I count it a privilege.
That is exactly why people respect you. I have heard your name mentioned already. They say you are one of the most dependable leaders among the youth. To be honest, I admire that. It is not common to find young men who are both committed and responsible.
You honor me with such words, Clara. I am far from perfect. I stumble often, but I keep asking God for grace. Still, hearing that people notice is encouraging.
It is not flattery, David, it is the truth. And if no one else tells you, I will. You carry yourself with dignity, and I believe God has prepared you for great things. Any woman who will walk by your side will be blessed, because she will be sharing in a future filled with purpose.
You speak with such confidence, Clara. It is refreshing. Sometimes people are hesitant to say what they think, but you say it plainly.
That is because I believe in speaking life into people. If I see greatness, I say it. If I see diligence, I acknowledge it. You deserve to be seen, David. Do not ever doubt that.
Mark, I must confess something that has been on my mind since the rehearsal. Clara has a presence that is unlike anyone else I have met in this church. Her voice, her beauty, and the way she speaks about God, it captivates me in a way I did not expect. I feel as though she is the kind of woman who could truly walk beside me in life and ministry. I told you, David. You need a woman who combines both inner faith and outward beauty. Clara is not just attractive, she knows how to present herself. People notice her when she walks into a room. She is the type of wife who will stand beside you and make you look complete, not just spiritually but socially as well. Exactly. When she spoke today, it felt like she carried not only elegance but also wisdom. And when she sang, I could not take my eyes off her. She seems to have everything: grace, confidence, and a strong appearance of spirituality. I cannot deny it, Mark. I find myself drawn to her more than I thought possible. Then why hesitate?
You have been uncertain about Anna for a long time. She may be kind and prayerful, but she does not stir your heart in the same way. Clara, on the other hand, clearly does. Sometimes, David, we must choose what inspires us. And if Clara inspires you, then perhaps she is the answer you have been waiting for.
You are right, Mark. Anna is good, she is truly godly and humble, but whenever I imagine my future, I do not see excitement beside her. With Clara, I feel something different, something alive. Maybe this is the direction I should follow.
Lord, I asked for your will, and now I hear his heart leaning toward her. It hurts, but if this is not your plan for me, then give me strength to let go. Heal my heart, Father, because right now it feels as though it is breaking. David, good afternoon. The service today was such a reminder of how fragile human choices can be when they are not submitted to God. The pastor's words about building on the right foundation struck me deeply. It made me reflect on how important it is to seek God's wisdom in everything, especially in matters of the heart.
Yes, Anna, that is true. The message was important. God's wisdom is something we should all desire. Anyway, I am glad you were blessed by it.
I was, David. And I thought of you while listening, because leadership, especially among the youth, requires so much discernment. You carry a responsibility that many people do not see. I keep praying that God will guide your steps, so that your choices, big or small, will reflect His glory.
Thank you, Anna. That means a lot. I appreciate your prayers, truly. They are helpful.
I was also wondering if you might attend the Bible study this week. It is always encouraging when you share your thoughts. People listen to you with respect, and I believe your presence makes a difference.
I may attend, I am not sure yet. I have a lot on my plate right now, and there are other things I need to focus on. But if I can, I will try to be there. Clara. That was an amazing song during the offertory. Your voice carried so much strength, and I could tell everyone was moved by it.
Thank you, David. I just try to give my best. I am happy if God uses it to touch lives.
Lord, give me peace. If this is the path He has chosen, help me to release it into your hands, even though it hurts deeply.
Clara. I will check on you later, Anna. Excuse me, please. I need to go.
David, I have to say this before the night ends. You are one of the most remarkable young men I have ever met in the church. Your devotion to God is visible in everything you do, but beyond that, you carry yourself with such strength and dignity. It is inspiring.
You give me too much credit, Clara. I am only trying to do what every Christian should. There are many areas I still struggle with. I am far from perfect.
That humility is what makes you even greater. Do you know how rare it is to see a young man who can lead with confidence yet remain so humble? Many men your age are either careless or proud. But you, David, you stand out. Any woman who wins your heart will know that she has found a treasure.
Those are very kind words. I do not usually hear such encouragement. Most people only see the responsibilities I carry, not the person I am.
That is why I admire you. I see beyond your responsibilities. I see a man who is disciplined, who loves God genuinely, and who has the strength to build a future worth following. Believe me, David, women like me do not overlook such qualities.
Hearing you say that gives me confidence, Clara. Sometimes I wonder if my efforts are noticed at all. To know that someone like you sees and values it. It means more than I can explain.
Then never doubt yourself again. You are a man destined for greatness, and I believe God will align you with the right partner who will not only stand beside you but also celebrate the man you are. If I may be honest, I see you as that kind of man already.
Clara, I do not know how to respond. Your words feel different. They reach me in a way I cannot ignore.
Then do not ignore them. Sometimes God speaks to us through the affirmations of others. Perhaps my words are only a reflection of what He is already showing you.
My daughter, your heart is heavy. I can see it in your eyes and the way you sit. Do not hold it inside. Speak to me. What is troubling you? Mama, it is David. He has been drawing closer to Clara in a way that breaks me. They talk after every service, they laugh together, and sometimes I see how his eyes light up when she speaks. I feel invisible, like my love is fading away in his heart. I understand. The pain of watching someone you care for give attention to another is not a small burden. But tell me, Anna, have you spoken to David about your feelings? No, Mama. I fear that if I speak, he may think I am jealous or insecure. And yet, my silence is swallowing me. Clara is bold with her words. She flatters him, she praises him openly. I cannot compete with that. Listen to me, my daughter. Love is not a competition. If David's heart can be easily swayed by sweet words, then you must ask yourself if he is truly grounded. A love that God plants will not be uprooted by flattery. But Mama, what if I lose him? What if all my prayers and hopes end in disappointment? Then you must remember this truth: if you lose him, it is because God has chosen someone better for you. Do not fear loss when you walk with God, for He is never late in giving His children the best. Sometimes He allows distractions like Clara to test the depth of both your faith and David's commitment. It is hard, Mama. My heart wants to hold on, but my spirit whispers that I should trust God more. That whisper is the voice of wisdom. Pray, my daughter. Do not fight Clara with bitterness, do not chase after David with desperation. Instead, kneel before your Maker and say, Lord, let your will be done. If David is yours, no one can take him away. If he is not, then God will open a better door. Mama, I will try. Please pray with me. I do not want envy to grow in my heart. I want peace, even if it costs me my desire. That is the right spirit, my child. Let us pray together. The God who sees in secret will answer you in His time.
Wow, Clara. You are welcome. Please come and sit down here.
Thanks. David, I have been meaning to tell you something for quite some time now, but I have been holding it back because I did not want you to misunderstand me. Each time you speak during Bible study, I find myself deeply inspired. The way you explain the scriptures, the calm authority in your voice, and the way you connect the lessons to everyday life, it touches me in a way that I rarely feel. Honestly, you carry a presence that is more than ordinary, and I cannot deny that it moves me every time.
Clara, thank you for saying that. I try my best to study and share with sincerity, nothing more. It is not really about me. It is about the Word of God. I hope my words point people back to Him and not to myself.
That is exactly what makes you so unique. Many men your age are distracted, chasing things that have no eternal value, but you carry yourself with discipline and purpose. A woman like me cannot help but admire such qualities. You may not see it, David, but you are a rare kind of man, the type any woman would be blessed to stand beside.
You honor me with those words, Clara. I never thought of myself in that way. I am just trying to walk faithfully.
That humility is what makes you even more admirable. A man who has strength yet walks in humility is a gift not to be wasted. David, I sometimes ask myself if the woman who walks with you truly understands the treasure she has. Because if she does not, then she is letting something invaluable slip right through her hands.
Clara, I am not sure I understand what you are trying to say. I do not think it is right to speak as if another person is failing in their place.
Forgive me if my words sound forward. I only speak what my heart feels. I know you are a man of conviction, and perhaps you are loyal to someone already. But you must also consider whether the person you are giving your heart to is truly aligned with your calling and your vision. Sometimes love blinds us to the truth that someone else may be better suited to walk the journey beside us.
Clara, these are heavy words you are speaking. I must admit they have stirred thoughts in me that I had not wanted to entertain. But I must also guard my heart, because flattery can easily disguise itself as truth.
It is not flattery, David. It is admiration. I see greatness in you, and I believe that whoever is destined to stand with you must rise to that greatness as well. All I ask is that you think about it, without rushing to dismiss it. Sometimes God's direction comes through the voices of those we least expect.
I cannot bring myself to confront David. My heart longs to tell him what I see, how Clara's words are drawing him away, but my spirit tells me to be still. If I speak, he may think I am jealous, he may think I doubt his love. And I cannot fight for a place in his heart that he himself should willingly keep for me. If David has truly heard from God that I am to be his wife, then no woman's flattery should shake him. But if Clara's beauty and boldness can blind him, then perhaps he was never meant to walk this path with me. My tears are heavy, but I will not beg for love. Love should not be begged for. It should flow freely from the heart. Lord, give me the strength to let him go if I must. I will not stand in Clara's shadow, fighting for attention that should be mine by right. If David chooses another, let your will be done. I only ask that you heal my heart and preserve my faith.
David, my son, I asked you here today because my spirit has been stirred with concern. Not long ago, you came to me with joy in your eyes, saying you had found in Anna the qualities of the godly wife. You spoke of her gentle spirit, her devotion to God, and how her character reflected the kind of partner you desired to walk with in ministry and in life. I prayed with you then, and I rejoiced, because I saw wisdom in your choice. But recently, I have observed something troubling. Your closeness with Anna seems to have diminished, and instead, there are whispers of your growing attachment to Clara. My son, I must speak plainly, what has changed?
Pastor, I cannot deny that Anna is a good woman, faithful and sincere. But Clara has a way of speaking that stirs me, a way of affirming me that makes me feel valued in ways I had not considered before. Sometimes I wonder if perhaps I was too quick to assume Anna was the one.
David, admiration and flattery are not the same as godly love. You must be careful, my son, for not every voice that praises you is sent by God. Remember, a wife is not only one who excites your emotions, but one who stands as your partner in faith, truth, and sacrifice. Have you forgotten the peace you felt when you first spoke of Anna? Have you forgotten the prayers we made together?
I have not forgotten, Pastor. But my heart feels torn. Clara is bold, she sees greatness in me, she pushes me to think of myself differently. I do not know if it is wrong to listen.
David, you are at a crossroads. The enemy often uses admiration and beauty as bait to draw men away from their true blessings. I say this not because I dislike Clara, but because I see the danger in her timing. The man of God must discern beyond appearances. Ask yourself, is Clara's presence drawing you closer to God or pulling you into confusion?
Into confusion, Pastor.
Then you already have your answer. God is not the author of confusion. My counsel is this: return to prayer, guard your heart, and do not let the treasure of a godly woman slip through your hands because of a momentary attraction. If you neglect Anna, and she steps away, you may discover too late what you have lost.
Thank you, Pastor. I will think deeply on these words.
My daughter, for many days now I have watched you walk around this house with a cloud over your face. Your smile has faded, your laughter is silent, and your food remains untouched. As your mother, I cannot sit quietly and pretend not to see your pain. Tell me, Anna, what is troubling your heart so deeply that it weighs you down like this?
Mother, I have tried to hide it so that you would not worry, but it has become too heavy for me to carry alone. It is about David. At first, his attention was firm, his words were full of promise, and I felt peace in knowing he truly cherished me. But recently, he has drawn closer to Clara, a woman in the church, and each time I see them together, I feel as though my place in his heart is slipping away.
Oh, my child, so this is the wound that has been piercing your spirit. I know the look of a heart that is breaking, and I feared it had something to do with David. Listen to me, Anna. A man who truly values you will not give you reason to question his loyalty. If his heart can be swayed by the appearance of another, then he may not be the anchor you need in life.
But Mother, he once said I was the woman he wanted to marry. He once looked at me with certainty, and I believed it was God's will. Now I am torn between holding on and letting go.
My daughter, marriage is not sustained by words alone but by consistency and commitment. If David is truly yours, he will find his way back without you needing to chase after him. But if his heart chooses another path, then you must trust that God has seen something you cannot see. Do not break yourself trying to hold together what only God can sustain.
It hurts, Mother. It hurts so deeply. I know it does, my child. But let this pain drive you closer to God, not into despair. He will heal you and guide you. Whatever happens, you will never be empty, because God Himself will be your portion.
Cheer up, my daughter.
David, my son, I want to have a man-to-man conversation with you. Some time ago, you told me about Anna, how you admired her godly character and how you were convinced she would make a good wife. I was happy because I saw in her the virtues of a woman who fears God and respects family. But recently, I have observed a change. You hardly mention her, and I do not see the same eagerness you once had. Tell me, how far have you gone with Anna?
Father, I know you mean well, but I do not want you to rush me. Marriage is a serious step, and I feel I must take more time before making any decision. I want to be sure I am not rushing into something that may not be right in the end.
David, caution is wise, but indecision can also be dangerous. A good woman will not wait forever while a man wavers in uncertainty. Anna is not just any woman, she has proven her character. If you hesitate too long, another man may recognize her value, and you may regret losing her.
Father, I understand what you are saying. But right now, I feel I need space. I do not want to bind myself until I am absolutely certain. Please trust me on this.
My son, I hear your words, but let me warn you, do not let temporary distractions blind you to lasting treasures. Beauty fades, but character endures. If you let go of Anna without cause, you may spend the rest of your life wishing you had seen clearer.
I will think about it, Father.
Think deeply, David. Do not let regret become your teacher when wisdom is speaking to you now.
Anna truly is everything a godly man should desire in a wife. She is calm, patient, and her devotion to God is unquestionable. She listens more than she speaks, and her humility is a rare treasure. In many ways, she is the kind of wife who would build a peaceful home and raise children in the fear of the Lord. I cannot deny that she is a good wife material. Yet, when Clara walks into the room, something within me stirs differently. Her beauty is striking, her confidence is radiant, and her words, though soft, carry a power that draws me in. Anna touches my heart with her quiet spirit, but Clara excites my mind with her boldness. She admires me openly, she makes me feel important, and sometimes I wonder, could this be what I truly need? But then again, I ask myself, am I being foolish? Am I letting my eyes and emotions lead me, instead of the voice of God? Anna may not shine with the same outward beauty as Clara, but her inward beauty is undeniable. Still, my heart is restless. I feel as though I am standing at a dangerous crossroad, where one path leads to peace and another to regret. I do not know which voice to follow.
David, this place is beautiful. You always surprise me with your thoughtfulness. What made you choose tonight for such a special outing?
Clara, the truth is, I've been doing a lot of thinking. For weeks now, my heart has been torn in many directions. I tried to convince myself that I could ignore what I feel, but the more I tried, the stronger the feelings grew. You see, when I am with you, I feel a sense of admiration and inspiration that I have not felt before. You see greatness in me, you affirm me in ways I never imagined, and your presence brings a light I cannot ignore.
David, those words are sweeter than you know. I have always believed that there was something special between us, even when you tried to hide it behind your calm demeanor. I could see it in your eyes whenever we spoke.
You are right, Clara. I tried to hide it, because I knew that others might misunderstand. Some may say I am being swayed by beauty or flattery. But in my heart, I believe this is more than that. I believe you are the kind of woman who will not only stand beside me but also push me to rise higher, to dream bigger, and to walk boldly in the purpose God has placed within me.
David, I cannot describe how much this means to me. I have prayed that you would see what has been before your eyes all along. Sometimes God places people in our paths not by accident, but by divine arrangement.
Clara, I do not want to waste any more time pretending. Tonight, I am making a decision. I want you by my side, not just for a season, but for the rest of my life. Will you marry me, Clara?
Oh, David. Yes. Yes, I will marry you. You have no idea how long my heart has waited for this moment.
Thank you, Clara. You have given me peace in making this choice. From this day forward, I promise to walk with you, to cherish you, and to build a future together.
And I promise to stand beside you, to celebrate you, and to make our home a place of joy and strength. Together, David, we will be unstoppable.
David, my friend, you never cease to amaze me. You have always been a man of vision and fine taste, and now, seeing where your heart has settled, I must applaud you. To set your eyes upon a lady as radiant and charming as Clara is nothing short of remarkable. Many men would wish to have such an opportunity, yet you have seized it boldly. I tell you the truth, when I saw Clara walk into church the other day, dressed with such grace and carrying herself like one who has mastered the art of capturing attention, I said to myself that any man who wins her heart has won a treasure. And now, here you are, preparing to propose to her. This is indeed a step that proves your eyes are sharp, and your courage is strong.
Thank you, Mark. Your words encourage me deeply, for I have been weighing this matter for some time, wondering if the choice I am making will stand the test of life. Clara, with her beauty and the way she makes every place she enters light up, has drawn my heart in ways I cannot explain. Anna is indeed good and filled with virtues, but my heart longs for what it sees in Clara. I believe I will go forward with the proposal, for the thought of her becoming mine gives me a joy I cannot deny.
Then, my brother, do not waste time. Life favors the bold, and women like Clara will not wait forever. Go ahead, declare your intentions, and let her know that you have chosen her. Tomorrow is not promised, and opportunities like this do not come every day.
Anna, my dear friend, I do not know how to bring this to you, but I feel it is better you hear it from me before the words of others pierce your heart like a spear. Today, as I passed through town, I overheard conversations among some young men. They spoke with excitement that David, the one you have cherished and prayed over, has gone ahead and proposed to Clara. They said it was a beautiful scene, that he knelt down with a ring shining in his hand, and that Clara's laughter filled the place as she accepted him with pride. I stood frozen, thinking of you and how much you have held David in your heart. I wished the news were false, but the voices of those who saw it were too many for it to be a lie. Rebecca, your words fall upon me like heavy stones that crush the spirit. For many nights I have prayed, telling myself that perhaps David was only taking time, that perhaps his silence was not rejection but caution. I have loved him not only because he is a good man, but because I saw in him the possibility of building a future that honors God. And now to hear that his choice has gone to Clara, a woman whose beauty is undeniable, but whose heart I have always doubted, fills me with sorrow beyond measure. I will not deny that my heart is broken, yet I must also bow to the will of God, for He sees what we do not see. Anna, you are stronger than you realize, and even though tears may flow now, your faith will sustain you. Remember, a man's choice does not define your worth. You remain the virtuous woman whose light cannot be hidden. Perhaps one day David himself will understand what he has lost, but by then it may be too late.
Anna, my dear child, for the past few days I have watched you move about the house with a heart that is clearly burdened. Your smile, which once lit up every corner, has been replaced with silence and heavy sighs. As a mother, I cannot pretend not to see the tears that you try to hide when you think no one is watching. You have always been strong, but strength does not mean silence. I ask you now, what is it that weighs you down so heavily that it causes you to withdraw from the joy you once carried? Please, speak to me, my daughter, for a sorrow that is locked in the heart only grows heavier.
Mother, it is difficult for me to put into words what I feel, but since you have asked, I will open my heart. For a long time, I have carried a quiet hope that David and I would one day share a life together. He had spoken words that gave me assurance, and even the pastor once confirmed that he saw something good in the union we could have. I prayed, I waited, and I believed. But now, news has reached me that David has chosen Clara, that he has gone as far as proposing marriage to her in front of many witnesses. Mother, when I heard it, it felt as if a part of me was torn away. I cannot stop the tears, and I cannot deny the pain.
Oh, Anna, my precious daughter. My heart aches to see you in this state, but I must tell you something that life has taught me, not every door that closes is a loss. Sometimes, what seems like rejection is God's protection. David may have chosen beauty that dazzles the eye, but God knows what lies beyond appearances.
You, my daughter, are a woman of virtue, and a virtuous woman is worth far more than rubies. A man who cannot see your worth may not be the one chosen to walk with you through destiny. Do not let his choice make you question your value, for you are far more than what his decision reflects.
Mother, your words bring me comfort, but the ache still lingers. I had built so many silent dreams in my heart, and it is hard to let them go. Sometimes I wonder if I was not enough, if perhaps I lacked something that Clara has. Do not let such thoughts take root, Anna. It is never about what you lack, but about what God is preparing. The right man will come, one who will not only see your worth but cherish it with all his strength. This pain you feel will one day be a testimony, and you will look back with gratitude that you were spared from walking a path that was not meant for you. For now, let your tears flow if they must, but when they dry, lift your head high, knowing that you remain God's precious jewel.
Good morning, Dad.
Good morning, son. David, my son, I have observed your excitement these past few days, and I need to speak with you openly as a father who desires the best for his child. Word has reached me, as it has reached many, that you have chosen Clara as your bride-to-be, and that you have already placed the ring on her finger. But, David, I must ask you directly, what happened to Anna? I remember clearly the day you came to me and spoke of her, with admiration in your voice and joy in your eyes. You told me she was a woman of character, of virtue, one who understood faith and carried herself with dignity. I saw it too, and in my heart I said, this is the kind of wife a man should desire. Yet now, without a word of explanation, you have turned away from her. Tell me, my son, what has made you change so suddenly?
Father, I understand your concern, and I respect your wisdom, but I ask that you do not rush to judge my decision. Yes, Anna is good, and I have never doubted her character. She is gentle, prayerful, and disciplined, but when it comes to choosing a wife, a man must also follow his heart. My heart has been captured by Clara in a way I cannot explain. Her beauty, her charm, the way she carries herself with confidence, all of these stir something in me that Anna never did. It is not that Anna was lacking, but rather that Clara fills a longing in me that I cannot deny.
David, I do not speak against beauty, for beauty has its place. But beauty alone cannot sustain a marriage. A man who builds a house must think beyond the brightness of the paint on the walls. He must consider the strength of the foundation, for when storms come, it is the foundation that holds, not the color of the paint. Anna may not dazzle the crowd as Clara does, but in her you have a woman of substance, one who will pray with you in trials, who will stand beside you when the applause of men fades. Do you not fear that you may be choosing appearance over endurance?
Father, I know your words come from love, but please understand that times have changed. A man does not only want a wife of virtue, he also desires a woman who inspires admiration when she walks beside him. Clara gives me that assurance. I do not want to live with regret, wondering if I missed the chance to be with the woman who truly excites my heart. I ask you to trust me, to let me take this path.
David, I will not force your hand, for every man must live with the choices he makes. But mark my words, a hasty choice, blinded by charm, may one day open your eyes in tears. I pray you will not come to me years from now, saying, Father, you warned me but I did not listen. Think deeply, my son, think deeply.
Rebecca, I can see from your face that something weighs heavily on your heart. You look as though the service has ended but your spirit has not found peace. I will not pretend to be blind to the matter. I know this is about David's engagement. People have spoken of it with different opinions, but I stand by my friend. Clara is the woman he loves, and I am glad he has chosen boldly.
Mark, I respect your loyalty to David, but as Anna's close friend, I cannot stay silent. What has happened has wounded her deeply. She has always carried herself with grace, patience, and faith, and I know she truly cared for David in a way that was selfless. She believed in him, and she waited, only for Clara to take the place she thought was hers. Tell me, Mark, does loyalty to your friend mean you cannot see that he has walked away from a treasure?
Rebecca, I will not deny that Anna is a good woman, but every man must choose where his heart rests. David has chosen Clara because she lights up his world in a way Anna never did. Marriage is not only about quiet virtues. It is also about joy, attraction, and the spark that keeps love alive. If Clara gives him that, then who are we to say he is wrong?
And what of storms, Mark? Beauty and charm may carry a man in fair weather, but when trials come, it is character that keeps a marriage standing. I fear David has chosen the surface and ignored the depth. He may rejoice now, but one day he might come face to face with regret.
Perhaps he might, but regret is a lesson only life can teach. And even so, perhaps Clara will surprise everyone and prove you wrong. Until then, I will stand by my friend, because this is the path he believes in.
Pastor. Good day, sir.
Good day, Pastor.
Ah, Rebecca, Mark, I am glad to see you both fellowshipping together. Tell me, are you prepared for the youth outreach coming up next month? We will need both of you to contribute ideas, especially since you'll both have a way of speaking that touches hearts.
Yes, Pastor, I will gladly do my part. It will be an honor to serve in the outreach.
Of course, Pastor. You can count on me. I believe it will be a great opportunity to impact lives.
Wonderful. That is the spirit I love to see among our young people. May God strengthen you both as you prepare. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today in the sight of God and in the presence of these witnesses to join together this man, David Thompson, and this woman, Clara Williams, in holy matrimony. This is a sacred covenant, not to be entered into lightly, but reverently, thoughtfully, and with the fear of God. David, will you take Clara to be your wedded wife, to live together in the covenant of marriage? Will you love her, comfort her, honor and keep her in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, remain faithful to her as long as you both shall live?
Yes, I will.
Clara, will you take David to be your wedded husband, to live together in the covenant of marriage? Will you love him, honor him, submit to him, and keep him in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, remain faithful to him as long as you both shall live?
Yes, I will.
For as much as David and Clara have consented together in holy wedlock, and have given and pledged their vows before God and these witnesses, I now pronounce them husband and wife. What God has joined together, let no man put asunder. David, you may now kiss your bride.
The world celebrates today, but only time will tell the truth of this union. Be strong, my friend, for your story is not over.
David, my brother, today you have proved that you know how to choose. Just look at Clara, look at the joy in this place. Everyone is talking about how beautiful this wedding is. Truly, you are a blessed man.
Yes, Mark. I feel as though heaven itself has smiled on me. This is the beginning of a life I have always wanted, with a woman who makes every eye turn when she walks into the room. I am certain that with Clara by my side, no dream will be too high to reach.
My love, I made your favorite dish tonight. I thought you deserved something special after such a long day at work.
Clara, you are a treasure. I cannot believe how fortunate I am. Every evening with you feels like a reward from heaven itself. Perfect. Truly perfect. You have a gift, Clara, not just of beauty, but of knowing how to care for me in ways that lift my spirit.
That's because you are worth caring for. I want our home to always be filled with warmth, joy, and peace.
Mark, I must say, I feel so blessed. Some men marry and begin to regret, but I look at Clara and I see that I made the right choice.
She is beautiful, tender, and attentive. I walk into gatherings, and people notice her. Do you know what that does for me? It makes me stand taller.
I can see it, David. You look happier than ever. But remember, beauty and affection are precious, yes, but what sustains a marriage is deeper. Do not let pride cloud your judgment.
I understand you, Mark, but for now, my friend, I can only say this: I am enjoying what I have, and when I compare my life to some of our friends who married women less refined, less graceful, I feel I am a step ahead.
David, it has been such a long time. I trust you are doing well.
Anna. Yes, it has been a while. I am fine. Life has been full. And you? You look radiant, as always.
I thank God. He has been faithful, guiding me day by day, even in moments when I felt weak. I cannot complain, because He has carried me through.
Anna, I know I owe you an explanation for the way things turned out. I made choices that I thought were best for me at the time, and I realize it must have caused you pain.
David, you owe me nothing now. Life is about choices, and everyone must walk the path they believe is right. Yes, I was hurt, but I took that pain to God, and He gave me peace. I do not hold bitterness. In fact, I sincerely wish you well in all that you do.
You are truly remarkable, Anna. Even in this moment, your words carry a weight of kindness that I did not deserve.
It is not about what anyone deserves, David. It is about obedience to God. He asks us to forgive, to love, and to wish others well, even when they have wounded us. I pray your marriage is blessed, and that you grow in wisdom with each passing day.
Thank you, Anna. Your words remind me of what I once admired in you, your quiet strength, your faith, and your heart.
Take care of yourself, David. May the Lord continue to direct your steps. Thank you so much for watching this episode on Udofia Animations. Life is full of choices, and every choice has a consequence. David has chosen Clara, and at first, everything seems perfect. But as the story unfolds, you will see how the beauty of outward appearances can fade, and how true character is revealed in time. What lies ahead for David? What role will Anna's unwavering faith still play in his life's journey? Stay connected, because the next part of this story will shock you. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, remain blessed.